Nigeria is very fortunate to have in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a leader who is bold, who is courageous, whose steady hand, born out of experience, is navigating Nigeria through very difficult times, and that over time we're beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel, and the recognition that his administration is getting from multiple angles, I think is beginning to be uncontestable. So the narrative that is building, uncomfortable as it may be for some, I think is a positive one. In that light, we appreciate Time's recognition for what the President has been able to do in health, and all of us in his team are very privileged to serve in that capacity, including ourselves specifically in the health sector. Today, the Federal Executive Council considered two elements that were related to health specifically, among other things, as my colleague, the Minister of Information, laid out. The first is in line with the direction of the President for Nigerians to have lowered cost of drugs and wider access to essential medicines, quality access. This has been work that we have been undertaking for many months. In fact, for almost a year and a half, government has been trying different ways to reduce the cost, because we know that Nigerians were hurting because of rising cost of pharmaceuticals. It's not limited to Nigeria, as you may be aware. Even countries as far as the United States are placing executive orders to reduce the cost of pharmaceuticals. But in line with the presidential initiative to unlock the healthcare value chain and the executive order which Mr. President signed in June 2024, that executive order provided incentives for local manufacturing by taking away tariffs for import of raw materials, so that we can encourage our local manufacturers. There's an element of that executive order which is to allow us to shape the market by aggregating the demand in the Nigerian health space and channel that demand to encourage our local suppliers. Today, Federal Executive Council approved Medipool. It's a group purchasing organization for competitive pricing and to be a supplier of essential medicine and healthcare products across Nigeria that are funded through the federal government's intervention, the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, but also potentially outside that through federal tertiary hospitals, so that as a buyer, we can negotiate lower prices. So it's using the monopsony power of government as a large buyer of those commodities, negotiate lower prices, and then channel those commodities. And the scope includes, but it's not limited to, procurement planning, distribution, monitoring, supply chain logistics management, quality assurance, regulatory compliance, as well as ensuring that local manufacturers are supported, and import substitution, the financial management and payment systems, as well as capacity building and training and contingency planning to ensure steady availability of essential drugs that are the quality that Nigerians can benefit and at a lower cost through a public-private partnership. And that vehicle, Medipool, has been vetted through the Infrastructure Concession and Regulatory Commission, has been benchmarked with other global group purchasing organizations, including Kenya, South Africa, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and many other countries. And we believe that this is a major intervention that will shape the domestic market so that the demand for pharmaceuticals, quality pharmaceuticals, can be channeled in a way that lowers cost and also improves quality and stimulates local manufacturing. That is Medipool. We think this is a very major intervention. The second item was the award of contract for the procurement and installation of cardiac catheterization machine by the Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital in Sokoto in the amount of 2.3 billion naira, essentially to help the University Teaching Hospital provide diagnosis and treatment services for heart and blood vessel problems, heart attack, irregular heartbeats. Those are very complicated, very serious medical issues. The University Teaching Hospital in Sokoto will now have this capability, which will serve the population in Sokoto State, the northwest geopolitical zone of our country, and indeed the country. It will save lives, but also contribute towards reversing outbound medical tourism, because Nigerians can be able to access services which hitherto they were not able to. And that is an important step, one more among several other interventions that federal government has been supporting to strengthen the federal teaching hospitals, to train and to provide quality service as part of the transformation of our health sector under the leadership of His Excellency, Mr. President. So thank you.